So when I went over this activity and this lesson plan with my students after we were done playing Foursquare and everything, I told them how important it is to be physically active and that the point of this activity was show them how they can be physically active in the bigger environment. Now with the snow and the rain and everything, it was very, very cold weather on Friday. It was probably about 45, 44 degrees, so it was way too cold to take them outside. And it was way too busy in the gym with other, PE classes being there for me to get in there as well. And as far as the cafeteria, they were already serving breakfast and lunch for students. So we weren't able to do any of that. So we actually went into a different classroom. We went to like a science lab that students go in to kind of just, to, um, to do different activities and stuff like that to make sure they're cooperative learning. So we used that room and it worked out pretty well. And the point of and so we got a bigger environment. I picked the physical activity of of playing Foursquare because it's something easy that a lot of students could do. And I figured that if I had someone in a wheelchair, that they could just try to throw the ball to someone that was like across from them or next to them. If someone was had a broken arm or something, they could roll the ball or kick the ball to the person next to them or across from them. And if anyone was like not capable of throwing the ball or kicking the ball, and they were just kind of there, they could try to toss the ball. I mean, not toss the ball, hand the ball to the person next to them, just to make sure they felt included. But I didn't have any of those issues. And I wanted the kids to walk away with a sense that that they can do different activities and be really really creative when there's bad weather like I had on Friday. I told them this is not like usually a room that you do physical activity in, but we're doing it. And so with that being said, when it's raining outside, or it's snowing outside, it's too icy, you can still find activities inside as well. And as far as after they go outside and they play sports teams and stuff like that, that there's always a need for just being physically active, at home when they're about to go to bed or about to wake up and get ready for the school day. You could do easy things like running in place, uh, jumping jacks, push-ups, curl-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, anything like that. They can do it. The sky's the limit. They just need to be creative. And I told them how how hard I worked to be creative with this activity and how much planning it took. So I think they told me they really really grasped the idea of how important it is to be active, especially when them knowing beforehand when I asked them the week before how much activity they're supposed to get, and they remembered this time when I asked them again that it was supposed to be an hour. And I think that's very important for them to know, what kind of goals they should be setting for themselves as far as how long they should be active and how long they should be physically active and what they could be doing and different suggestions. And I asked the students again, at the end of my lesson, like last time, what are some activities that you do at home? Just that all the students can say their own opinions of what they do, and another opinion could strike someone else's idea or someone else's drive to want to try that. And I think it's great. I think this class and this lesson plan was really 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 good for students just to get creative about different physical activities they can do in different conditions, whether they're physically disabled or whether it's a space issue or whether it's a weather issue, that the sky's the limit for them and they need to shoot high just so that they know or so they can be physically active for an hour each day, and how important it is that they do that up until adulthood and further, because it can really 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 damage their bodies if they don't. I think this was a great lesson, and I can't wait to do more. Thank you.